What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Wednesday, and hopefully my camera will stay focused. How we doing? Shadow, hello. Welshie, hello. Deadpool, welcome in as well. How we doing? How we doing? Today we are continuing our Pokemon Scarlet Dragon only playthrough. Shiny Dragons only. If you were here on Monday, we did find another shiny, but one of the dragon type. We ended up finding a Croagunk, so I named him Stinky, put him in the box, and we're still hunting for that elusive Gumi or Axew. I was trying to change the thumbnail, so I was hunting Axew on a different account, and then my controller died. So I was like, well, thumbnail's staying the same unless we get something today. So yeah, how we doing? How we doing? I'm good. I'm good. So, I'm not really going to waste a whole lot of time today. Let me get some music going. Oh, change of plans this week. I will be live, just like normal, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I said I was going to add a weekend day, and I said I was going to stream on Sunday. I found out the Pokemon event that I wanted to go to is actually on Sunday, so we're going to stream on Saturday this week. So instead of Sunday, we'll be live Saturday. So we're going to be participating in Blue Vector's DA weekend, the weekend to do Dynamax Adventures to try to hunt shiny legendary Pokemon. And I'll do that on Saturday, and Friday's stream will be us doing more Scarlet and Violet. So Saturday is our DA, us participating in the DA weekend. I'm pretty excited about it. I want to, I'll stay live on Saturday until we get a shiny legendary Pokemon. So it might be a long stream. And y'all are more than welcome to participate if you want to. If you're watching after the fact, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like button as well. Let's see, what playlist are we going to go with today? Let's do this one. Y'all shouldn't be able to hear it just yet. Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's do this. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Y'all probably can't hear that. That's still very low for me as well. There we go. Should be good now. I was like, where am I? Alright, so we need to fly back to Mesagosa to get... Oh, we could check our outbreaks today. I don't know what that outbreak is there. And there's none that are in the south. Let's check this outbreak before we go back. Because this could be a dragon-type outbreak. Could be Axew. It could be anything. Oh my god. Okay. Did I write down the Croagunk from yesterday? I think I did. I did, okay. I would go fight Cloth now, but I don't think we stand a chance, considering we only have a Swablu who's weak to Cloth. So it's like, well, you know. Shiver. Not even cold. Somebody stepped on my grave. Oh, it's Spoink. Eh. Yeah, you can also find Axew in this, like, desert area. Oh, I forgot about Growlithe. Game. Swablu is an actual dragon type. True, true, true. Oh, yeah, Bagon is here as well. Yeah, Swablu is not technically a dragon type. It's normal flying, but it evolves into a dragon. So it's either we keep it normal flying and we do normal and flying types only, or we go, well, it evolves into a dragon. And we keep it rolling. Flying types only actually wouldn't be a big deal. But we did say that we were going to do dragon types only, so. Remember, my first encounter is what sets the type for the video. Shadow! What the heck? Thank you for re-upping your membership. How are you? 6 months as a member as well? That's crazy. What the heck? Thank you, Shadow. I appreciate that. Normal flying only wouldn't be too bad considering most common type combo. True. So, well, it would be normal only or flying only, right? So you can use dual types. You just have to make sure that one of the types is that. But when we did that first stream, everyone voted for dragon types only. So that's why we've been hunting Gumi for the last couple days. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm all right, Shadow. I'm all right. Hopefully you're doing well. Why'd you say go? The same reason people also say goo a lot. And you're like, what? Hey, yo. All right, back to the swamp. Let's call him Shrek. And once we get our second team member, we'll go face Brassius in Artisan. And then we'll also face Cloth as well, so we can get the speed boost. We could actually face Cloth. Nah, I'm not doing that. I was like, we could fight Cloth now, because we're going based off of the gym badges, not the actual badges in the game. Although, I would not be against doing a challenge where we, you know, do a shiny, before each badge in general. Because this game, if you didn't know, has 18 badges. But only 8 of them are gym badges. The other 10 are... 5 of them are the Team Star bases, and the other 5 are the Titans. So we could do a challenge at some point in the future, where we, you know, do one after every single badge. Or before and after every single badge, you know. Which I would not be against that. I also want to actually do the Let's Go Pikachu Shiny only playthrough as well at some point. But I want to do it again based off of badges instead of what we were doing last time. So when we tried to do that challenge last time, I was trying to get a shiny Pokemon every single route, which is ridiculously hard. What you eating, Welsh? Magikarp flopping. I had some chicken wraps before stream. Uh-oh, Shadow with the eyes. You're being sneaky. Being a little sus. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Barbecue chicken and mash with sweet corn. Fair enough. I thought the deerling was shiny for a second. I was like, no! that I mind a shiny, but Toad's Factory. Yeah, I love the drum roll in this song, like right there in the beginning. Diddle 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 da. I used to play drums back in the day, so like when I hear the cool drum rolls, I'm like, ooh. Dun, 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 dun. That's something I do miss sometimes, is play music. Yeah, that drum fill is so nice. Diddle, 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 diddle. Then right here. That snare roll, so nice. Diddle, 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 da. I keep watching Drumeo videos and I'm like, man, only I had $1,000 and more room in my room. Big thing is the more room in my room. I'm literally maxed out on my room in my room. That sounded weird. I'm also glad I'm doing these things live, so it's like once we get done with the challenge, we'll have a video ready to go, you know? Oh wait, it gives us something to stream, and it gives us something to look forward to, or at least something for me to look forward to. I thought about doing like Did You Know style short videos. And then I'm like, wouldn't that be me ripping off Did You Know Gaming? Did you know? You little nerd. I saw the yellow of the Luxio's tail, and I thought it was a shiny Rookie D, and I was like, "Ow!" I guess if it was, hold on. So if it was a shiny Rookie D, we could pivot the video to shiny flying types only, if people are okay with that, and then that would allow us to continue. Because the only other two shinies that we found were Poison Ground and Poison Fighting, which aren't a part of the the main typing of Altaria. So if we find a flying type, we could pivot and do flying types only. It's just like, in my mind, it's so rare to find a shiny dragon Pokemon to start a challenge. Yo, thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. What the heck? Yeah, like, I don't know. I think it's harder to find a dragon type, so it's like, we did shiny dragon types. I think that's why I was so locked in on dragons, right? Because, just like, oh. Doing the barbecue grind for all the starters and Indigo gifts. Let's go, Deadpool. I called him barbecue. It's blueberry quest points. I keep calling them barbecue points because I like barbecue. Yeah, I still need to do in my Violet save. I think I have one area that doesn't have the starters spawned yet. And I think it's the ice biome, because I was like, eh. I don't remember what shiny Masquerain looks like. I think it's like green instead of blue. I can't wait to get the better dragon type encounter thing, because all these other encounters are irritating. Granted, level 2 dragon type isn't much better, but it's definitely better than level 1. You need a level 3 encounter to be able to like only spawn to a specific type, and you can only get level 3 when you have Herba Mystica, I'm pretty sure, so that sucks. It's green. That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought Masquerain was green for sure, but I was like, I can't remember. I don't think I've ever sat down and hunted a Masquerain before. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever hunted Surskit either. Huh. Well, that could be a cool idea as well in the future. Trying to beat the game only using, like, specific Gen mons. I was like, oh, Gen 3. I had the phantom vibrations. That's weird. My phone was in my pocket, and it felt like my phone was vibrating. You ever have that happen? Oop. Dodged. Yo, what's up, Ollie? Welcome in, welcome in. Always check over in that area, because sometimes Gumi can spawn by that pond. Psyduck, you're killing the mood. Shiny Surskit looks like, but I think it's either a different shade of blue. I think it's like a turquoisey color. You should not hunt here if you don't get it today. I mean, that's fair. There's only like 2 places that you can hunt for Gumi right now for us, and it's here and in that other like pond area. But we're getting like the same amount, if not more, Gumi spawns here. Okay. How many attempts? Well, the amount of attempts don't matter. I wouldn't mind, like, switching up the area, though. If I had climb, we could go to the top of this mountain, which has Axew spawns, but I don't have the climb feature yet. And it'll be a while before we get the climb. I'm pretty sure you don't get that until the 3rd. Right? It's like the 3rd Titan. I think you get speed, you get swim, and then you get climb, right? Which there's no water dragon types that are in the big ocean. We only have Tatsugiri, which is in the Castoria Lake, which is... Those mobs are way over leveled for us right now. Any hackers is cool? I agree. We just can't get up to that mountain, which I'm pretty sure is like the easiest place to hunt Axew. Which is why I was like, hey, if we get Gumi now, then we could always come back for Axew. I think Bagon spawns up there too, so... I don't really know. I can't remember if Bagon is exclusive or not. You don't talk about the lake? Well, the lake's good now if you have a Switch 2. Yeah, on Switch 2, none of the game lags anymore. Thought Cloth was climbing. Cloth is dash, I'm pretty sure. I think the first one you unlock is dash, and then I can't remember after that. I just know gliding is the last one. Which is bizarre now that you think about it. Or now that I think about it. Yeah, because I think it goes dash, water. I might die here. Oh, it's just using water again. I think it's dash, water. Climb. Or it's either dash water climb or dash climb water. Dash climb swim. It's dash swim climb? Okay, that's what I thought. Dash swim climb. And then it's glide is last, I know. Dash swim climb. Dash swim climb glide. Oh, jump higher, right? Yeah, wait, hold on. Which one is jump higher? Because I know you get a jump higher one as well. So isn't it like... I don't know. Because I was like, why couldn't we just jump high to begin with? But then there's like areas of the game they designed specifically so you couldn't jump that high. So. Yeah, I remember flying as last. I just couldn't remember the other order. I didn't even see Whoop. Whoop! It's like gliding. Yeah, it's gliding. It's not flying. You don't unlock flying until the DLC. Like the actual ability to fly. In the base game, it's just DLC. Or in the base game, it's gliding. It's called gliding because you don't fly, you just glide down and then eventually you lose. But flying is DLC. Yeah. I'm pretty sure gliding is last. You can't glide until you do... Oh no! You do unlock gliding before that. I don't remember them. I don't remember this game anymore. I just want a Gumi at the door. Where is the stupid little slug? Can't drink water from this slug today. If you play Subnautica 2, you know what I'm talking about. Glide is second to last. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ollie is not understanding what I'm talking about because we're not doing the DLC at all. I was talking about base game abilities, not post game abilities. Oh, I appreciate you, Deadpool. So what's the last one then? Is the last one jump then? Which, if so, that's stupid. Why is the last one jump? Sad no Subnautica 2 update noises. Apparently they're going to be doing some major overhauls. Well, not major overhauls, but they're doing a lot of, like, big updates over the next few weeks and months. Not, like, major content updates, but they're changing certain things about the game. Because people were... The last one is climb? Oh, that's annoying. Well. Jump is 4. Ugh, excuse me. That last one being climb is awful. But it means we won't get... that means that we won't be able to hunt for Goomy and Axe. Well, won't be able to hunt Goomy. Not Goomy. Bagon, right? No, you can find Bagon in the... Wait, hold on. No, Bagon is exclusive. We can't find Bagon anyway. I forgot about that, right? Bagon's exclusive to Violet. Because we made that comment about the... about the being able to go to that... There's like a cave in the desert area that you can just hide in and they'll fall through the wall. I'm pretty sure Bagon was exclusive to Violet, which made me sad. Because Dragapult's exclusive to Violet, so we'll have to do eggs for it. If we can find a Goomy or an Axew now. It is? Dang. That sucks. I wonder if there's a dragon type in the desert that you can get. Larvitar Scarlet exclusive? Oh, that's... Never mind then. Take that, Scarlet players. Yeah, fair enough. Yo, what's up, Evie? Welcome in, welcome in. Bagon is Violet exclusive. That's annoying. I'd rather take Bagon over Tyranitar. Salamence over Tyranitar, but... What can you do? Oh, man. At least we know if we don't get Axew here, we could get it at the end game. So, it's not that big of a deal. So full. Good. Good. I didn't even see that Wooper there. Beep, 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 beep. Skibberty. Skibberty. This is why I grabbed Pokédolls. Now leave me alone, birds. Unless you're shiny, I don't want you. Shiny bird. I do wish there was a shiny indicator in this game, even if it was just like a sparkling effect of some kind. It didn't have to be, you know, the level of ZA shiny. Which, to be fair, I think the only reason people got so many shinies in ZA is because of the sound, right? I guarantee you the same amount of shinies spawn in this game, but people just miss them. Because they are, like, hard to notice. Yo, thank you for the shiny charms. I appreciate your shadow. What the heck? The answer is actually bench and rubber band. I mean, that's fair. I think the indicator was like the biggest thing. Like, sure, you can do the bench method and you could do the rubber band method and stuff like that. But I think the biggest aggregator is the fact that you now know that there's shinies on your screen. It's part of the reason why people had so many shinies in Legends Arceus as well. I just feel like sitting down. You see my forehead? There's my cable. Get it out the way. I was gonna stand the whole stream, but my hip's been hurting. Because I'm getting fatter. Beep, boop, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. That'll work. Go up just a hair. I vanished. I don't really like the bench method. It's not only slow. AFK shinies for less rewarding. I feel that. I feel that. I don't like to do AFK method shiny hunting. I don't think the bench method is that bad. Like, in general. Because, like, you have to be able to shinies hunt somehow, right? But I think the issue is that, like, you can AFK bench method if you have, like, a turbo controller, which I don't own, thankfully. Well, not really thankfully, but I don't own a turbo controller, so all of my ZA hunts were, like, immediate. I think the biggest thing, like I said before, was just the fact that there's sound. The fact that you hear a bling or whatever when you get near a shiny Pokemon. Like, how many people do you think actually would have been would have missed like a Pidgey or a Fletchling or something? They would have never known that was shiny there until they saw it. And I think that that's like the big thing. Or like the little hidden Pokemon or whatever. And like, people wouldn't have known that. They wouldn't have thought to look up to see a Pidgey or Fletchling on a lamp. But because they had the audio cue, they were like, oh, I gotta look for it. You know? It's like, how many Pokemon spawn shiny here that people just don't see, right? Or don't know. I'm sure I have some Pokemon that have spawned that are shiny that I just didn't see it during the playthrough. Like the challenge in Violet and Scarlet, because you actually have to look for it. That's fair. That's fair. If I had more time, I would record videos of ZA, of doing like kind of the similar challenges. But the only issue is just that ZA takes forever to play. The shiny hunting part doesn't take that long. Like, it's pretty forgiving. But ZA in general just takes forever to get through. It's like, eh. Stop shiny hunting in ZA. Shiny Pokemon were just easy to get. Well, again, I don't think it's that they're easy to get. I think they're just easy to notice. It's the same thing. You're just going to like right now. I'm literally doing what you could do in ZA, right? Give or take, right? So the difference between this game and ZA is that I'm running in a circle, right? Whereas in ZA, you just fly to the same area over and over and over again. Or you do the bench method, which, say what you will, right? How people get shinies don't bother me. As long as you're not cheating. Yeah, I'm just not somebody that saw the discourse. I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Because you can make the same argument about Legends Arceus as well. Shinies in that game were not that bad to get either. The only difference with Legends Arceus versus Legends ZA is that the Pokemon in Legends ZA, when they're out of your render distance, they despawn. Whereas in Arceus, they are spawned when you load the map in. So you could essentially, because you can do it in this game too, where if something just falls out of render distance, it despawns, right? Just your opinion? Yeah, I'm not like trying to be like, no, you're completely wrong. This is why you're wrong. Like, if you feel that way, then that's your opinion. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just giving you my version and my feedback of how I feel on the situation. At the end of the day, it's a video game, and I'm not going to be mad at somebody for having an opinion on a video game. Unless you haven't, like, played it. You know what I mean? Very hard to give an opinion on a game when you haven't played it, which a lot of people did with ZA, which was like a big point of contention for me with ZA. Was like, people were like, oh, the game's terrible, and it's like, have you played it? Well, no. How do you know it's bad? I don't know. I feel the same way about FNAF games too, where when I'm like, hey, I think Secret of the Mimic was probably one of the best FNAF games that we've had, and people go, oh no, it was terrible. It's like, why do you think that? Well, it's like, yeah, that's not. I was like, okay, did you play it? Well, no. Yo, what's up, Sammy? Yeah. We're doing some shiny only playthroughs in Scarlet and Violet. So for this challenge, we're doing dragon types only, or at least that's the plan. If I find a shiny flying type, then we might go flying types only. But yo, what's up, Serial? Welcome in. Yeah, the plan was to do dragon types only, but this is like our third or fourth day in a row trying to hunt Gumi. We have found a shiny Clodsire, and we found a shiny Progunk on Monday. So if we find a shiny flying type, I might pivot this video because I haven't done shiny flying types only yet either. I have to wait 2 weeks before I can get a Switch 2. Well, at least you get one in 2 weeks. Heck yeah. Congrats. Definitely, if you have the ability to, replay through this game on the Switch 2. It's so much, like, smoother. Going through the tag tree thicket is not laggy anymore. The Cassioria Lake is not laggy anymore. So much, like, it's such a better game on the Switch 2. And it really irritates me that it's that much better on the Switch 2. It's like, what are we doing here? Why was it this bad? I genuinely think this game was developed for the Switch 2. And then when, obviously, COVID happened, and there was, like, the massive chip shortage that caused them, I think it caused them to delay the Switch 2, but they still wanted Pokemon to release on the Switch 1. Or they still wanted a Pokemon release that year, so that's why we got this game. Which is why there's a lot of, like, you can still see graphical issues even on the Switch 2, but I think it's because the game itself was designed originally for Switch 2, and then they had to port it to Switch 1. And so now that it's on the Switch 2, it's still the Switch 1 edition, essentially, but they're like, oh, how can we make it better? You know, increase spawns and all that fun stuff. Get rid of the lag. But it's like I think they designed this whole scale, like this whole game on the Switch 1. Or on the Switch 2 initially, and then they had to try to scale back as much as they could, which is why you have a bunch of these issues. Because then you look at, like, ZA, which was a Switch 2 title that was downgraded to Switch 1, rather than... Wait, that didn't make any sense, did it? Never mind. Don't listen to me. Dang it. You started a Scarlet Nuzlocke? Ooh, let's go, Serial. How are you doing so far? Are you doing shiny only, or are you just doing a regular old Nuzlocke? It's crazy how many more Pokemon spawn compared to Switch 1. Yeah, it's like, I think it's double, right? Because it's originally was 15, and on the Switch 2, it's like 32 or 34. Over double. Which is crazy. Yeah, that's such an insane jump. Halfway Coco and Fletchling. I have type overlap, but it's limited to 2 Pokemon. Completely fair. Well, you're going to have no problem with the first 2 gyms, then. You might have an issue with Cloth, though. But, like, the first 2 gyms, Brassius and, I always forget the lady's name. And now I feel bad. Katie, right? Katie. She's like the chef lady. Yeah, there we go. I thought it was Katie. I was like, isn't it Katie? Yeah, so it's Katie and Brassius. Bug and grass types, so gonna be cooking both of them. No pun intended. Yeah. I'm sitting there going, why is it not as many dragon types being spawned? Heard headcanon that you heard a headcanon that Katie is vegan. Wouldn't shock me. She's the bug lover, so. Thank you for the luck, Welsh. wonder if there's a spot. This is the mountain, but there's a spot here. I wonder if I could get only Axios to spawn. Huh. Imagine we get Wattrell just right now in the challenge. One of my favorite regional birds, Wattrell. I think design-wise, I like Swablu the most. Not Swablu. Swellow. I think design-wise, I like Swellow the most. Out of the regional bird variants. I'm just like, bro, it's so good. Am I gonna get a new Batman game? No. I don't really care for Lego games or Batman games. I haven't really heard anything on it either. You have it? Enjoy, enjoy. Yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing until maybe like yesterday, I think. I saw a video on social media of like the... Because it's based on The Dark Knight, right? So there's like a video of the Joker leaving the hospital. Like from the Dark Knight trilogy, and they showed a side-by-side comparison video. I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I haven't played a Lego game since like Lego Star Wars, like a long time ago. And when I say a long time ago, I mean before the Disney trilogy. That's how long ago. It was when it was the Lucas Films 6th filmology. Now Disney's like running it into the ground. It's just like, okay. Dragon type sandwich doesn't work. It's have more than none. So we're okay. So we have to use a level 1 sandwich or a level 1 recipe right now, which means that it just increases the amount of dragons spawning. It doesn't guarantee that every Pokemon will be dragons, right? If you use a level 3 dragon type encounter sandwich, it means that most of your encounter, I think it's like 70 or like 85 or 90% of your encounters will be dragon types. Doesn't mean that every single one will be, because obviously there's static spawns and stuff like that that have to spawn, and then like there'll be like little patches of areas where things don't adhere to that. For example, right on top of this mountain that's behind us in Pokemon Violet, if you use a level 3 dragon sandwich on top of that mountain, majority of your spawns will be Axew and Bagon, right? But if you get close to the ruins area, there's like a small ruins area there. You'll get the Luxray to spawn, you'll get Ghastly to spawn, and then like whatever like the ruins Pokemons are. So like Luxray, Ghastly, Beldum. Not Beldum. What's the plate? Bronzor. You'll get that to spawn, and then there's one static Knuckle stack up there as well. So it should be like 85 to 90% dragon, or whatever the max, like whatever types you use. You're in the same area as me. So yeah, if you use a level 1, you're gonna get all these other spawns. If you use level 2, it'll be a little less of this and more dragons, and if you use level 3, it should be mostly dragons. But like if you get close to the water, you know, the other Pokemon will spawn. So things like Psyducks and stuff like that. Sometimes you'll get family spawns that aren't the same type either, so Like right now we're getting Flamigo family spawn. But I'm using a level 1 or a level 1 recipe, so it's just increasing the amount of dragons that are spawning. Because you've seen the difference when we don't have it active versus when we have it active. When we have it active, it's like a good amount of Goomies and stuff. But when we don't have it active, Axew doesn't even spawn. Because Axew is supposed to spawn over there, not over here. Make sure you're using encounter power. Encounter power is what increases the spawn. Not just sparkling power. Sparkling power does nothing but make those types of Pokemons more likely to be shiny. You have to use encounter power sandwiches to get more of the encounters of those same types. Because if I have more than you, then that's might be an issue on your end, not mine. It's like a user error. The encounter pounder, and you can see level 1. Continue my Nuzlocke. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I just realized on this channel I've never completed a Nuzlocke. Counter power 3, sparkling power 3, another dragon. Oh, you probably got encounter power 3, sparkling 3, and usually it's like title 3. Yeah, I don't know why then. The only thing I can tell you is to make sure you double check when you use a sandwich that it says that in the top once the sandwich is made. You know, because when you make a sandwich, or if you're using a recipe, at the very top of your screen, once you make it, it'll pop up 3 effects that you can read before you confirm. I've made that mistake before too, where I've used like maybe one wrong ingredient, or if I've used like an ingredient has fallen off and it completely just dismantles the sandwich. Like one would be like 3 avocado and you actually only use 2. You know what I mean? It'll it'll be like, oh, you only use 2? Ghost power sandwich or something stupid like that. Yeah, if I'm getting more dragon spawns than you, then that's a problem. Then something is not obviously wrong. I shouldn't be getting more dragon spawns than you, especially if you're using a level 3. That slack off? I don't think I've ever seen a slack off in this area. Interesting. I know I've seen Vigoroth, but not slack off. Also, I wish when it rained, more Goomies would spawn. Makes sense lore-wise. Goomy, goomy on the brain. Goomy, goomy in the rain. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, I'm falling. God dang it. No! Guess I'm resisted. Bing, 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 bing. Leave me alone! Surprised Rookie doesn't get blown away. I love Krogunk's walk cycle. It's so stupid. Pokemon Painter dies. Have to nickname every Pokemon. You can return to any route, but it can't be when I first enter the route. Fair. Fair. You could also use, if you go to your map, you can see which province the areas are. So like South Province, Area 1, East Province, Area 1, etc., etc. And you could use those as routes. You have to make sure that's where you're at. It should pop up on screen when you get there, though. Like if I pull up the map, you see this is South Province Area 5, South Province Area 1, South Province Area 4, Area 6. So you could use those as your routes. If you wanted to. Obviously, you have your own rules, so. Look at all the Goomies spawning. And not a goddamn one is shiny. Picnic in the swamp. See, then we get this issue where, like, if you do the sandwich method, a lot of times you'll get, like, these weird family spawns of things. Not enough room because there's a tree. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, it's probably because of the water. I didn't think about that. Yep. Bird. Oh, the Makuhita spawn. What? I don't like doing the picnic method. I don't like doing the picnic method. Gotta eat a sandwich. Do 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 do. Gotta eat a sandwich. Got a Magikarp. Named her Flops, Chili, and Habanero. Heck yeah. Good names, good names. I used to like shiny. I hope it wasn't on my screen. Because if it was on your screen and you're saying that there was a shiny. I thought it was purple. I'm waiting. Nimona, I know what a Pokemon Center is. Nimona, shut up. Lay out. It's like, oh, you knew that before. It's like, yes, I knew that. I guess I haven't really been checking the fish either, have I? Not that I would know if it was shiny, because it looks super similar. Yeah, like there's an option in the game where you can skip cutscenes, but I wish you could like skip certain dialogue as well, because like make it a thing after you've beaten the game. I just tried to do a picnic off the cliff. Way. I guess they wouldn't know if you've beaten the game though. Like you can skip cutscenes, but there's not that many actual cutscenes in the game. I don't have to listen to Arvin's story about 100 times though. Having a picnic. Yeah, look. Watch. See, you can have a picnic, you can make sandwiches, you can change your table, everything. Pack it up. They call this hunting method the picnic method. Because when you set down your picnic table, it despawns all the Pokemon. And when you pick it up, it spawns new Pokemon every single time. So they call this method the picnic method. But you also make sandwiches and stuff. And they give you, like, bonus effects. The only issue that I have right now is I don't have the dragon power. I don't have the ability to buy dragon power ingredients. So there's not really a point. I can't buy avocados right now. I can throw a ball. Uh, a football. And now it's under the table. And the Pokemon will like kick it back to you. It's funny. They held all this in Sword and Shield except for... I think the Sword and Shield picnics look better. But the Hop Hip was shiny. Yeah, because there's a Skiploom that spawns in the middle of it. I keep doing the same thing. I'm like... But then it's just a Skiploom. Oh, you saw its leaves? Yeah, yeah. I keep having to double check the Axews when they're far away because I think they're like a little bit more brown, but they have a purple collar. And I'm like, that's shiny. And the game's like, nah, it ain't. Yeah, the only reason I keep having to check the Axew or the Hop Hip area is because of the Skiploom that spawns in the middle of them, usually. See, there's another Axew over there. Let me do a scan. I don't think it's shiny. I'm gonna go off that it's not shiny. Worst case scenario, it was shiny, and I mean, I technically didn't see it, right? Can't really fail a shiny if you didn't see it. There's still stuff spawning in. Murkrow! I love Murkrow so much. Oh, one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon is Murkrow. Not my absolute favorite. Wooper? What should I name him? Pooper. Which stands for Paldean Wooper. We called ours Van Damme because there's an actor slash fighter named Jean-Claude Van Damme from like the 80s and 90s. I was like Claude Sire Van Damme, Jean-Claude. All right, we got 5 minutes left of this timer here. I can't believe it's been an hour of stream already. That's crazy. I don't like doing the picnic method, but it is effective. Yeah, the picnic method like guarantees spawns. That was a graphical glitch. I hated that. That's something this game never fixed, was the lighting issues. I wonder if I can make it up this. Well, that answered my question. Go away, gimme ghoul. Oh, I can picnic up here. Oh, this is even better. Maybe it's not that much better. That's red. Okay. Whew. I was like, do we have a shiny Vigoroth up there? Answer was no. Now, my picnic worked before, but now it won't work. It works here, but not over there. Got it. The only thing I don't like about doing the picnic method there is that we don't get any axe use spawns. Palmy, use Spark. It doesn't affect Wooper. I love that ground typing. And that Nemona's AI is vastly terrible. Imagine we get a shiny Dunsparce. I'd be like, well, normal types only, I guess, then. Which means we won't use Swablu very often. I'm not doing that. But it would be funny. It's not funny. You got scoop. 20 seconds. Come on, game. Give me a shiny Goom. Thanks for the revives. Like, you can use them. You just sell them. Get your money for the items that you need. That's what I normally do anyway. In a Nuzlocke, you just sell the revives and all the day. She basically just gave you more money. All right, I know my dragon type meal is over. Let's go back to Mesagosa and get some more dragon encounter meals. On spring break, let's go. Wait, spring break? Huh, it's weird. Schools around here are out for the summer. This is like their last week, I'm pretty sure. That's weird that spring break at the end of May. Yeah, this might be the last week for school for the summer. Yeah, I just found that to be the bazaar. But I know every country and even every state here in the U.S. is different. So. I'm pretty sure our state does June and July is summer vacation, and then people are back in school in August. Beginning of August. I know some places do June to September, which is 3 months, which is crazy. But then, like, winter break here, it was it used to be weird because here they used to do a Christmas break was 2 days before Christmas. So you were off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then you were off until like the 2nd of the year or something like that. And then towards the end of high school for me, they changed it because we also used to have a 3-week or a 3-day break in like February for whatever reason, and they changed it. They tacked it on to Christmas vacation, so you were out of. So Christmas break was our winter break, which was 2 weeks. They didn't start doing that until like I was like a junior in high school or something like that. Which I was like, good. They should have done this to begin with. To come back and then have a 5-day weekend was a little ridiculous, but What can you do? Excuse me. It's also very weird that school is always, or at least around here, it was 180 days of class, right? You could essentially, but 180 days is 6 months, right? But you go to school over a 10-month period. Because of like all the school breaks and stuff in the middle. It's so bizarre. Yo, what's up, Cade? Welcome in. Welcome in. I need this Goomy to spawn. What do I think of Gen 10? Looks good so far. That's about the only thing I have on it, right? I love the starter design. A lot more now than maybe when they were first revealed. Initial reactions, I was like, I don't know, but they've really stuck with me. It's like a group of starters. I was like, you know what? I don't know which one to choose, kind of thing. Other than that, like the gameplay trailers and like the cutscene trailers that we've seen so far, I'm like, huh, it looks good. And I just haven't looked at any leaks, so I don't know anything that's going on past that. I think I'm gonna go with Gekwa, which is a water type, but that could change because obviously we don't know what their evolutions look like. We don't know their final typings. I'm somebody that might take a peek about that. As long as I don't get spoiled on the story. You're gonna go Pombon? That's fair. I genuinely hope Pombon stays on all fours. And I hope it becomes a Fire Fairy type. I think that would be really cool as a typing. I'm pretty sure we don't have a Fire Fairy at all right now, right? So, it'd be cool. Yeah, all of them seem like good choices. I think Brout could be like Grass Ground or Grass Fighting. And the Gekwa could be Water Poison. Would be sick. I keep thinking there's a shiny Goomy, but it's freaking... What's a Fairy Firemon? The typings. So a Fairy type with a dual type Fire. Or Fire type as a secondary typing of Fairy. So Fairy Fire would be Fairy and Fire type Pokemon. Heard about the Gen 10 Shellos. I saw there was like a rumor because in Pokopia there's a note that you can find that states something about a yellow Shellos. I did see that. I was like, oh, that could be cool. I just hope it's not ground type. I want, like, when they introduce a new form, I want it to change type. That's like my biggest gripe with certain Mega Evolutions. Like, where you could give them a cool typing and they just don't. You know what I mean? Are you gonna say electric? That would be sick, actually. Maybe like you could make it water electric, which I know has been done before, but I wouldn't mind water electric or ground electric. That could be really cool. I think the only We don't have that many ground electric types, right? We just... What the hell did I just... You want it to be east? Well, the East Shellos is the blue one, right? I assume it's going to look completely different. Isn't East the blue one? And West is the pink one? I can't remember. I would assume it would look either like a combination of the two or it would look very, very different. I think it would be cool to be a ground electric type as well. And I'm pretty sure the only ground electric type we have is... You thought it was south and north? Oh, no, it's east and west. Yeah, the Shellos are east, because it's based off of Sinnoh. So if you ever play the Gen 4 games, it's based off the side of the mountain that you're on. So Mount Cornet's like breaks the I forgot the region name. Breaks the Sinnoh region in half. And so there's east and west Shellos. You want it to be south? That would be cool. I think they would just call it like insert region name Shellos. You know what I mean? BRB, no worries, Serial. It would be cool though if they introduced two new Shellos and it's North Shellos and South Shellos. It's based off of the map. So like if you live in the northern, so we could get like if it was a southern Shellos, it would be ground electric. But if it was northern Shellos, it would be you could do like ice electric or something, since it's like you typically say north in, you know, icy areas. That could be a really cool idea. I don't know if Pokemon would actually do that, but I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, the yellow Shellos theory is interesting. The fact that they dropped it in Pokemon in Pokopia is also very strange. But I'm not against it. Yeah, my only thing is, like, I want a regional variant to be a different typing. You have a Spare, Hisui, and Zorua. I don't know. I don't actually know. I think the only ones I have are shiny. That are in Pokemon Home. I know I don't have one on this file. I might have seen a shiny on your screen, a Litleo. How far back? How's the quality so bad of it? I did scroll back about a few minutes, but I don't see one. Need Megas for regional variants? I agree. I have the footage still going, but I don't see one. Right now I'm not in the area. Litleo would spawn. Okay, so I go there. I go to Litleo. Sometimes I need to stop listening to Ollie. You killed a shiny Mankey? Dang, that sucks. I'm sorry. Might have been a shroomish. Brother. See a knackly. And then I stop. And I spin and nothing. I check the Axew. Litleo. Oh, there is a Shroomish right next to Litleo. Yeah. Okay. There's a Shroomish that runs out right next to Litleo. So you lied to me! See? Sure. I saw that giant green. I was like, what the heck is that thing? Skip Loom. I am worried that I saw a shiny Vigoroth at some point. I keep thinking it's shiny. When it's orange, it's shiny. And I think I saw an orange one earlier. And I'm like, man. I have a level 100 shiny Magikarp named Tax Evasion. Great name. That's funny. Even funnier because he's all gold. Yeah, we were trying to do a Shiny Alphas playthrough of that game, but getting an Alpha in Area 1 sucks. There's a short Psyduck over there. Pokemon Void? I don't play fan games. The only one I've ever done is Infinite Fusion, which is a great fan game. But that was only because I was like obsessed. I was actually going to make a channel based off of just Infinite Fusion, but you mean Pokédex Fillers version? No, I haven't done all that. I have not done any fan games other than Infinite Fusion. I don't plan on doing fan games on this channel, since Pokemon's like very, very weird about fan games. I'm just like, I'll avoid it. This is the intro song. This is our intro song. This is our intro song. Animated Pokemon? Yeah, I assume so. Welcome back, Cereal. I'll have to look up some stuff on it because I never heard of it before. I don't think I'll play it on stream, but maybe I'll play off stream or something. Interesting. That's interesting, Cade. Thought that was a shiny Goomy, and I was like, bah! I'm gonna put an evolution stone in a hole in his chest. Oh, interesting. Cool. Ooh. Felt. Sometimes I have to look at the hop hips and skip looms because it's so bizarre that Pokemon decided to do this. But shiny hop hip is the same color as skip loom, and shiny skip loom is the same color as hop hip. Have to go. Are you? Beep, 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 beep. I think a good question is, do we think we're gonna get Boombox Rotom in Winds and Waves as well? Because if y'all didn't know, in Pokopia, there's a Rotom that is a Boombox, and it's the only of the type, like, of the new Pokemon that are introduced in Pokopia. It's the only one that has a new typing. Even Moslax is just pure normal, but the Boombox Rotom is normal electric. And so it'd be really cool if we got that as an actual Pokemon, because then it could learn things like Boom Burst and get Stab Boom Burst. That would be sick. We have a shiny Charizard, Greninja, and Lucario. That's pretty sick. I might traded you as Yveltal. Now you have two. Like regular old Yveltal. There. I might have a shiny Yveltal still. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I could put my shiny Yveltal and Xerneas into ZA just to see them. I gave you his Eternal Floette. Be careful on the Eternal Floettes because people are hacking them, by the way. Because they're kind of, I wouldn't say they're hard to get because you just have to beat the game, but they're very time consuming to get, so people are hacking them in. Yeah, just be careful of it. Yeah, I saw somebody, there's a YouTuber, and I think I know his name, but I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to give them any promotion, but they do that a lot. They'll be like, hey, you can get this totally legit Pokemon, and it's a hacked Pokemon. But it doesn't get flagged as a hacked Pokemon for some reason. And then they just trade them all. It's basically the same Pokemon, but duped somehow. I don't know how he does it. But it's like multiple people have the same Pokemon, and I don't know how Pokemon handles all that stuff. And a shiny Honedge, let's go. That's a 6 shiny. I was trying to complete the shiny living dex in ZA, but I'm just like, I'm lazy. Not really lazy, but it just kind of, I lost interest in doing it. I will do it eventually, though, because I want a shiny Volcanion. Although you don't need the shiny living dex to get Volcanion. You just need a living dex. I have also thought about doing like a big project video for this channel. It wouldn't be like one specific video, it would be multiple videos over time. But I thought about, I don't know if y'all watch Johnstone, but I thought about doing stuff like that where you do one long video trying to shiny hunt every single Pokemon. Made him a ring of legendary Pokemon around him in the box. That's funny. Lilia's gold, so. We did shiny hunt Mewtwo like 2 weeks ago. I'm glad we finally got one. I just messed up bad because I forgot to record the footage. Way. Why is it raining in this freaking game? There's so many Goomies, man, but no shiny. I don't think many people in chat have a ZA account or have ZA. I feel like I'm like I keep doing that. Maybe like sit over here. Oh, my chat froze again. There we go. No, 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 no. Come back. Yeah, this playlist too well, man. I don't get the joke. Excuse me, sorry. My eyes are playing tricks on me because I keep seeing a Goomy and I'm like, is that shiny? And it's not. And I get sad. Got a shiny yet? Not today. We have, for our first shiny, we ended up catching a Swablu. You can see here, Q-tip. In the past 2 streams, we ended up getting a Clodsire and a Krogunk. We got a Krogunk last stream, but today we have not found a shiny at all. I'm using dragon encounter power so we can try to get a, better odds at our shiny as a dragon type. Because that's the challenge. We got to beat the game using shiny dragons. Unless we pivot to flying types only. But I really don't want to pivot at all. I want to do dragon types because it's going to be like the hardest challenge, I think. I think the other hard one would be ice types only. Unless there's an ice type early in the game that I can't remember. Like in an earlier area. I don't think there is. Or something that gains the ice typing. God dang it. Whoop. Rockscrow Grunt took on Dialga's Draco Meteor in one. Crazy. Best and worst types. Bug, ice, and I know bug and ice are like two of the worst typings. And then I can't remember what the third one was. I think the best typing is like dragon, fairy, and steel. Asher's Greninja hit like a semi-truck. True. I'm so excited for Mega Greninja and the TCG. The newest set, Chaos Rising, releases on Friday. I'm hoping I can pull some Greninjas. I'm still waiting on my Pokemon Center order from like a month ago. I thought they would have sent it out by now because they usually send it out early so that you get it on Friday. But I haven't got my stuff. I haven't even got an email that they've sent it yet. Makes me sad. I was hoping I'm trying to save money right now, so I'm like was hoping that I could pull something good, or I don't want to sell those ETBs. I want to open them. I'm just like, man, but I could flip them. I could be a stinky scalper and flip them. I paid $60 for an Elite Trainer box of Chaos Rising, but apparently you can flip them for like $300 or $400. I'm like, ah. Ash Greninja got retcon with Mega Greninja? Not really. There's still an Ash Greninja. You just can't get it in the games. You'd only do that once, and then they stop doing that again. Get Battle Bond. That actually is a Mega Greninja. They look really similar too. I thought Battle Bond was a cool mechanic, but they would have had to do it in a game that you couldn't customize your character. Go for Battle Bond or Protean? I always went Protean. Protean was a little bit better. Like, it had more utility. But I know in competitive Pokemon, Ash Greninja was pretty broken. You getting waves? I don't know which one I'm getting. Because you don't know really anything other than, you know, what the starters are, right? We don't know the difference between the two. And that's usually what I base on, like, what game I'm going to get is the difference in the two. Usually it's based off the legendary, because like I liked Miraidon more than Koraidon at the time, which is why I chose Violet. But Violet also had more exclusive Pokemon that I enjoyed over Scarlet, so that's why I chose Violet. Violet has Dragapult, which is my favorite pseudo. Alright, my Dragon type meal has worn off, so we'll run this circle and we'll run back up to the top of that hill. And if no shiny, then we'll get another dragon type meal. You seen the Rotom diving suit? Diving suit? No, I haven't. The only thing I've seen recently is the Rotom stereo. Like Scarlet, even though T-Tar and Dragapult are in Violet. That's like such a giant misstep, I think, in Pokemon. It's like, how do you not pick Violet with Dragapult and T-Tar in the same game? It's so weird. Like, it's only weird because the Scarlet, what are they called? The Paradox Mons look way better than the Violet Paradox Mons. I like the ancient creatures more than the future creatures, but that's just me. I'm gonna get a shiny Tyranitar. Good luck, good luck. Tyranitar is sick. I love it shiny too. We have a shiny Alpha Tyranitar in ZA. We got Violet one day, but not anytime soon. Yeah, I didn't buy Scarlet until I was like, I'm gonna do challenge videos, and I didn't feel like resetting Violet. You know what I mean? So I got Scarlet, so I could just reset Scarlet over and over and over again and not really care. Because Violet's like my main playthrough, and then Scarlet is like my. I could go to this area here and hunt. Nah, I'm not doing that. Axew might be a Pokemon we wait until the end of the game to get. Unless we get it now. Gotta go. No worries, Cade. Take care of yourself. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Yeah. Take it easy. It's obvious that director Claval was Clive. What do you mean? That was a young whippersnapper there. Take it. Why can I ride? Wah. Thank you. My nose is killing me today again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it was specifically written that way. And if it wasn't specifically written that way, I don't know what Game Freak was thinking. But I'm pretty sure it was specifically written to make him look incompetent, which is funny. Also wish the Clive TCG card was a little bit more pricier than it is. I think it's such a cheap card, but it looks so cool. The illustration rare, anyway. The full art, not so much, but the illustration rare looks sick. I was gonna say, the fact that I'm not getting any Axew spawns up here makes me sad, but then I got 2 to spawn. Also just dawned on me that I don't actually have to run that close to the water because I have a... We're on the switch too. Things spawn in further away. Family of Mankeys up top. I guess it does help to like run over here and then jump up top because the Axews spawn up here. Also helps despawn the stuff that's down low as well. Like I should just have to run here. And it'll spawn stuff on the beach. Still spawn stuff in the water. That's crazy. Sorry, I got laser focused there. I was like so focused in on. Oh my god, why are you so slow? Okay, looks like I might need to buy some more Pokédolls. What do I think Rhydon and Miraidon's favorite sub shop is? Between Subway, Jersey Mike's, or Firehouse? I would think that Miraidon likes Firehouse for the hot sandwiches. And that Koraidon likes Subway because he just wants food. He wants cheap food. My internet die or something? No. I checked 1, 2. Am I back? I don't know what happened there. I'm glad I didn't find the shiny there. That's a weird cut. Yeah, my internet's fine. But, like, I dropped all my frames, and then my stream disconnected, and now it's back, so... No worries, Serial. I answered your question, but I don't know if my internet or my OBS crashing caught it. How many minutes do I have left on this? I'm gonna go until the end of this meal, and then we'll wrap up from there. I didn't realize I've been live for 2 hours already. That's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. I'm still surprised that we have not gotten Gumi or Axew yet. Seems fine for you. Oh no, it died on my end. I saw it because even YouTube Studio disconnected. Yeah, because I was like, huh? And I went to OBS and I had 0 kilobits per second. But it's back now, so I don't know what caused that. I was like, was it maybe an encoding overload? But no, it wasn't. I didn't get any alert that it happened. It just, I had YouTube Studio open and it just went dark. And I was like, what the heck happened? ERB nowhere as well. Oh yeah, we gotta, yeah. Gotta have a talk. Excuse me. Oh my god. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I was kind of hoping we'd find a shiny Axew today so I could change the thumbnail. But no such luck. Dang it. Doom, 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 doom. Do 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 do. Ah, my nose itches. Dang it. Why? Why? I was like, there's a Gumi there. I don't know why. It disappeared. Then it came back, so. Weird. Oh yeah, Gumi has, when it's shiny, I think its cheeks are purple. That's a good indicator as well. I was kind of hoping that our first encounter would have been a water Pokemon, but you know. Oh, there I go. Swing of water. Because I would have liked to have hunted our starter, which was Quaxley. We don't have a shiny Quaxley. Ooh, never mind. I was gonna say, you know, what'd be really cool is to shiny hunt all of the Paldean Pokemon, but you can't shiny hunt the Quartet. And you can't shiny hunt Koraidon and Miraidon either. Thanks, Game Freak. You know what? Maybe that's my one wish for Winds and Waves. I want a way to shiny hunt legendaries. And it doesn't have to be the legendary of the game. But, like, shiny hunting Koraidon and Miraidon would be really fun. It would be cool if there was, like, dens. Kind of like, God, what was the game? Sun and Moon did, like, the portals or whatever. It'd be kind of cool if there was, like, dens. Where you go into a den, it sends you to a different dimension. Like, their dimension. Whatever the legendary is. But then there's, like, if you did Koraidon, for example, you go into the Koraidon den to, like, shiny hunt Koraidon or whatever, that the ancient Paradox Pokemon were also in the den. Like, it was an actual fully fledged out area. And then, like, with Miraidon, it could be all the future Pokemon. Then you'd have to find a way to do that with every legendary, and I don't know if you could. Unless for something like Suicune, you did a bunch of Bellsprouts, because it's like Bellsprout Tower. I don't know. It could be something cool. What are we doing, Axew? Can you shine? Or Gumi. I will take either or. Do 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 do. I'm sure Shiny Gumi is very noticeable, but the lighting in this game also paranoids me. Makes me paranoid. There we go. I'm like, is that shiny? And it's like, no. It's like, oh. This is probably a terrible idea to do this, but Gumi, I need you. Bring tea. Let's go. Maybe your tea will bring out the Gumi. I like the little animation that Gumi makes. I saw the yellow and I went, I assume I would see the Axew's purple if Axew was shiny. All right. That's about 7 minutes left of this sandwich, or this meal. Come on! Yeah, we don't even have like a... Like the last two streams, we at least found a shiny. This time we haven't found anything. Welcome back, Cade. Alright, I guess I'll run around for the last 6 minutes of this meal. Just double check our surrounding area. Whee. Nah, we haven't found a shiny today at all. Which is a bit unfortunate. But some days just do be like that. On a positive note, it means I can delete the footage. This stream never happened. Nah, the stream will stay up, but I don't have to hold on to the footage. Which does remind me, I was gonna edit the past couple streams. Because I have the timestamps of when we found shinies, so it's just like cut to that moment. You know, use that footage. Like 45 seconds or so. Yep, 4 minutes left of this meal. I hate this song. I say that every time this song comes on, I'm like, needs to go. All right, seems like we're back. I'm not sure what's causing that to happen. Like OBS is disconnecting. We seem to be back, so. Guess that's what happens when I'm like, this song sucks. Hold on. Man, the quality here is so bad. I think there was a shiny Choodle on screen. Alright, 30 seconds left. And then I'm going to go back and review that footage. Meow, that's right. True. All right, no shinies here. Trying to review footage because I thought I saw a shiny. At some point. I don't know where it was at though. I wonder must. Yeah, true, true. I don't know where that was. I'm gonna say no, but I don't. There's no way to tell, I guess. What am I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I might have found it. I swear that's a shiny Choodle. But I can't really tell. Leon or Lysander? Probably Leon. He was the champion after all. Plus the original animated series. Just change the license in. True, 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 true. Like now, it's not even Ash anymore. Like way. All right, I'm not gonna go make a meal thing, so actually probably won't spawn anymore. Because I'll end stream at 3 o'clock, so which will be in like 13 minutes. Because I started late today. Just makes hunting here hard. Oh, I guess I could like drop a save and then go do that, and then come back, and then if I don't find it within 10 minutes or so, you know what, let's do that. Excuse me. Lysander or Giovanni? It depends on if Giovanni has Mewtwo or not. But if Giovanni has Mewtwo and Lysander has like Yveltal, then Lysander wins. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep beep. I'm actually going to take this time and go to that other area. Giovanni has Mewtwo. Well, if Lysander just has Yveltal, then Lysander still wins it. Oh, wait. Lysander has, Evel, yeah, it's Eveltal. Because evil tall. It's evil. Some people call, if you're from the south, people call it Yalveltal. It's y'all, but it's Eveltal. Evel, yeah, whatever. Lysander doesn't have it. Well, if you say that one has a legendary and the other doesn't, then that doesn't make any sense. It's like, who would win, a coughing baby or a hydrogen bomb? It's like, of course, the one with more power is gonna win. What do I think about Meowth's backstory? It's cute. The fact that he learned how to speak human because he wanted to impress another Meow. At least I'm pretty sure that's the lore. Lysander has Mega Gyarados. That's also true. I was only coming over here because there's like this big open space and it's near the swamp area. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I could get Axew to spawn here. Since it spawns down there, I'm like, oh, it's got to spawn up here too, right? But it's looking like a big old fat nope. Yeah, well. Do the Pokemon Center. You Ash throwing Mewtwo into the Healing Springs. I don't even know what that's from. Beep, boop, boop, beep. Yeah, tired. Not even tired, but mentally drained, I think. Beep, boop, boop, beep. I just tried punching Mewtwo once. I do know that. Tried to do it in the first movie. Mewtwo's like, you puny human. Oak. Yeah, the fact that we didn't find any shiny today is sad. Oh yeah, I am gonna start playlisting my streams as well, so people know, like, oh, here's like the whole series kind of thing. Oh, my eye is killing me. Oh my god, flamingos. I always wonder what would happen if you activated Mega, Gigantamax, Terra, and Z-Move all at once. Well, you can't do or you can't do Mega and Z-Move. Oh yeah, I know Axew spawns on the top of the cliff. I was just wondering, because Axew spawning here on the beach, right? And then like right up here. My curiosity was, I wonder if he spawned on that ledge up there, but he doesn't. I was like, oh, well, he spawns here. It would make sense that he spawns like right across the river, but he doesn't. Because we keep getting Axew spawns up here. And watch it not spawn now. Yeah, you're good, you're good. Like, I keep getting an Axew or two spawn here, and then along the river, I'll get an Axew spawn. Or two. So I was just like, oh, I'm curious if up there it would spawn, but the answer is no. We got 0 Axew to spawn up there, so I was like, okay, well. Ah, dang it, Choodle. You're annoying. I was gonna say, of course, now is the time that we don't get a single Axew to spawn there, but yeah, so that's all I was doing. I was just checking to see if, you know, Axew would spawn up there, but the answer was no. People wondering what the new power mechanic would be in Gen 10. Yeah, I heard there's some like crazy stuff, but I don't really dive into leaks too much. So yeah, look, see, we got an Axew here. So why wouldn't we get an Axew over here? You know, but it's not considered the same biome, I guess. It's so bizarre. Or it might be a stronger version of Mega Evolution. Maybe. I mean, we won't know until they reveal it. Because, like, I don't believe Centro, like the leaks person, because they've gotten so many things wrong. Like, for every thing that they've gotten right, they've gotten about 10 wrong. So it's like, I'll just wait till it is officially revealed to believe it. Yeah, the yellow Shellos thing was very interesting, though. Only because it was revealed in Pokopia. Although we haven't seen it, obviously, but... Need a Gigantamax Mimikyu? That would be cool. I'm just happy that we got a Gigantamax Garbodor. Garbodor is one of my favorite Pokemon, so... Turbo shiny is awesome. I agree. Yeah, look, there's an Axew here. You got Gigantamax Pikachu, then we need a Mimikyu. I don't think one is exclusive to the other. Because I think if you're gonna use the, you know, saying that Pikachu got one, then another Pokemon should get one. Why not +1 Minun? Why not Togedemaru? Why not Dedenne? Why not, you know? Why not Pachirisu? You know? Why not Palmy and Palmot? Even though I get that Mimikyu is more of a fan favorite than the others. I'm sorry, Welsh. Oh, you're dealing with internet issues. My stream keeps buffering today, so I don't know really what's going on. Why not the Dunsparce? Well, I was talking about Pikachu clones in general. It's like Mimikyu is a Pikachu clone, but then you have like, well, it copied Pikachu. Yeah, the Dunsparce would be cool. Give it like 15 segments. Gigantamax the Dunsparce just looks like Scorch. Whee! I always thought it'd be cool if every... The reason why I like terrestrialization is because every Pokemon got terrestrialization. The only thing I didn't like about terrestrialization was that only one or two Pokemon got like cool form versions of terrestrialization. So like Terapagos and Ogerpon. I'm like, dang, you couldn't have given one to Petrarunt or, you know, the Loyal 3 or, you know, any other Pokemon for that matter, your starters, you know. Ever wonder why a shiny Ditto transforms into non-shiny Pokemon? I don't think that was always the case. I think in Gen 2 it would transform into the shiny Pokemon. And then they stopped doing that after Gen 2, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't? I'm pretty sure it does. It's only in like Gold, Silver, and Crystal, but then it doesn't in Emerald, in Ruby, Sapphire, and Fire Red, Leaf Green. All of them, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure in the original, in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, it does. But it's like the only games that it does. I might be getting that wrong, though, now I'm thinking about it. I know if... I can't remember now. You're making me question everything. Which, I mean, is not necessarily a bad thing, but... Yeah, I might be thinking the other way around. I think a regular Ditto can transform into a shiny variant. So, like, if you're facing... What I was thinking of is, like, if you're facing shiny Gyarados, for example, like the red Gyarados, and you use Transform with your Ditto, it'll be transform into shiny Gyarados. But you're talking about the other way around. I think you might be right now I'm thinking about it. That's also why I don't like giving definitives, because I don't mind being wrong when somebody tells me I'm wrong. Like if they do a Gen 10 anime Meowth, will be a Persian. Well, Meowth is going to be like Pikachu. It's never going to evolve. Like Ash's Pikachu never evolved. Meowth's going to be one of those Pokemon. But I also think, if, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure in, like, some of the original episodes he wanted to evolve into Persian to be with Giovanni. Meowth nearly got caught by Pikachu. Fair. I know I said I would end at 3. But we got just over 10 minutes on this sandwich, or this meal, so F it. Let's keep going till we run out of sandwich or meal. God, I hate this stupid Tadbulb. Thank you. I think Saturday's stream is going to be super long. We're going to be doing Dynamax Adventures on Saturday to participate in Blue Vector's DA weekend. Weekend. And you guys will be able to join if you want. I gotta pick what Pokemon we're gonna hunt for, though. I really want to do an Ultra Beast, but I also don't want to do the storyline so I can hunt Regirock, Regice, Registeel at some point. I'm very torn. Ooh, I wonder if I could find Groudon. I would love to shiny hunt Groudon. I might run some DAs off stream just to see if I can get into a Groudon run. We could shiny hunt Groudon this weekend. Because I already have Ho-Oh. Lugia would be cool, but I only have Pokemon Sword. There's an easier Pokemon to shiny hunt. There's a lot of easy Pokemon to shiny hunt. But I'm curious on what you're thinking. Have you got an Arceus? No, I don't have a shiny Arceus, but Arceus isn't available in the DAs. So this weekend is a Dynamax Adventure. Blue Vector hosts a lot of Dynamax Adventure weekends every year. I don't know how many they normally do, but they do them enough to where I've noticed them doing them. And so the whole point of the weekend is to get the Pokemon community together to hunt for shiny legendary Pokemon. inside the DA, like the Dynamax Adventure. Arceus, it needs a Mega Evolution or Gigantamax? I disagree wholeheartedly. You know what Pokemon I think deserve a Mega Evolution? Zangoose. Zangoose and Seviper. Both of them deserve a Mega. That would be my choice for 2 Megas that we would get. Zangoose and Seviper. They're such cool Pokemon, but they are so bad. I think Mega should go to, like, Pokemon that are underutilized or underappreciated. Like, getting Dragalge as a Mega was so cool. In Scolipede, people sleep on Scolipede, and then they gave it a Mega, and I was like, heck yeah. I used Scolipede in my, my ZA playthrough, because I love Shiny Scolipede a lot. You need a Mega for fan favorites? I don't think you do, because we have a lot of fan favorite Megas already. For every Mega Scolipede, there's a Mega Greninja, you know? Or there's a, you know, Mega Charizard. If there's any Pokemon I think they could give a Mega to, that they haven't done it, it's Typhlosion. Giving Typhlosion a Mega would be cool. There's like, dang, 3 Axews spawn? Well, the fact that Meganium and Feraligatr got a Mega, but Typhlosion doesn't, makes me sad. I thought we would get Mega Typhlosion in the DLC, but they did not do that. It would have been cool to get a Mega Typhlosion and then get Mega Serperior and Mega Samurott. But what can you do? Because I think personally I would have liked all the starters to get Megas. Well, I don't think I don't necessarily like legendaries getting Mega forms. Like, Zygarde makes sense because it's, like, the focal point of the story. It's the same thing with, like, Mega Rayquaza. It's, like... Or Rayquaza, however you say it. It's, like, the focal point of the story. So it's like, okay, well, those make sense. Yo, what's up, Fuser? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, outside of like story-based legendaries, I don't really see we're going for Gumi. Or Axew. But I only have like 6 minutes left of this meal. Yeah, shiny Gumi. Shiny Gumi. Thought I saw one. This area spawns Psyduck and Tadbulb, so... That'd be cool, Cade. Yeah, this area spawns 2 yellow Pokemon as well, so I keep doing the same thing. You have to double check. If you did see one, timestamp it and let me know what the timestamp is. So I can go back and look. Because if we did see one and I missed it, I'm going to be very sad. We're also on the hunt for Axew as well, because Axew really spawns here. Or, I said really. Axew spawns when you're using a Dragon type. You saw another one? I don't think you did. It was far away. Yeah, Tadbulb far away looks like a shiny Goomy. So does Psyduck. If they're really far away, they look just like it. And you're like, you have to squint. But that's a Psyduck. Now you have me paranoid. Well, that could be cool, Cade. I really hope it wasn't. I'm paranoid. Ba 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 ba. I'm scared by a pig. That's a Psyduck over there. Do, 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 do. All right, chat, as the timer runs down, I do want to say, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching the stream. And if you haven't already, hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. We will be continuing this hunt on Friday. Unless we find something in the next few minutes. Which I doubt it. We'll continue this hunt on Friday, and then Saturday we're going to be doing the Dynamax Adventures hunts for a legendary. I might try to roll to see if I can get Groudon. So we'll shiny hunt for Groudon on Saturday as a part of Blue Vector's DA weekends. That'd be Saturday. I originally thought I was going to do it Sunday, but I found out the Pokemon event that I wanted to go to is on Sunday, not Saturday. So I'll be doing that on Sunday instead. All right, let's do one last glance around. Our dragon encounter meal or whatever it was is over with. So, oh, it's all good. It's all good. Do one last look around. I don't see any shinies. Dang, today's like the first stream in a long time that we just haven't gotten any shinies at all. Crazy. But for now, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys, if you haven't already, like I said, like and subscribe. What shinies you got in the day was 24. Ours was up there. I just don't remember what the number was. But I will be live again on Friday, like I said. Our stream schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I think we're going to start doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday is the plan. So that will be the plan this week. So we'll be live Friday. We're going to continue this hunt. And then on Saturday, we're going to do some Dynamax adventures. I haven't decided what legendary we're going to hunt for. I'm going to try to do Groudon, but we'll see if I can roll Groudon. I'll do some checks tonight and tomorrow to see if I can roll Groudon. But for now, I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.